Happy New Year. Pop the champagne. We are in a new year. I am so ready for 2025 and so happy to leave 2024 behind. I don't know about you guys, but I had a year in 2024. Video is coming up of my year in review here pretty soon. I had a lot going on in 2024. However, I am so looking forward to all of the exciting things we're all going to accomplish in 2025. I am no longer a fan of New Year's resolution. By the way, there's a video coming up about that as well. So in today's video, I wanted to kind of do a retrospection and think about the financial strategies we want to leave behind in 2024. Starting in 2025, we are changing our mindset about money, and we're starting by changing our mindset about these 4 strategies. And stick around towards the end for a bonus strategy where you will see me get rattled. But let's go ahead and get started. 4 financial strategies we are leaving behind in 2024. Let's go. So the first strategy we are leaving behind in 2024 is obsessing over saving. Let's say you make $5,000 a month. If your expenses are $4,800, there is no amount of cutting back on lattes that will change the fact that you just don't have enough income coming in. Don't get me wrong. I am not against saving money, but I think that far too often we've been conditioned to think about savings and to pretty much like nitpick every little expense we have, but we never really think about boosting our income. There's a limit to how much you can cut back, but there's no limit to how much you can earn. And I promise you, you are much better off thinking about how you can earn more money than how much you can just cut. So instead of just thinking about how many pennies you can pinch, right? How many coupons you can collect so you can save that extra 10 cents on that meat, start thinking about strategies of how to boost your income, right? Is it that you want to add a side hustle? You want to add a second job? Can you rent out a room into your house? Strategies for success in this particular area. Think more in terms of boosting your income, right? What is it that you can do to boost your income? Can you ask for a raise at your current job? Can you switch jobs and get more money in another role or in another company? Most of the time, switching jobs will give you anywhere from 10 to 15% more per month. Or if that's not an option, what can you do today? Is there an app? Can you deliver Uber Eats, DoorDash, Spark with Walmart, Circle with Target? These apps, there are endless apps, right? Do you like walking dogs? Can you do Rover and walk some dogs and make extra money? Right? So you are better off thinking in terms of boosting your income, adding more money into your cash flow than just saving. There's nothing wrong with saving once again. You very much should be saving money. You should be cutting back. However, making money is a skill set. And it's a skill set that in 2025, you need to start thinking about developing as opposed to just couponing and cutting cost at every, cutting cost in every part of your budget. If you're interested in me making a detailed video on how you can boost your income immediately, that's not a scam, an MLM, or some weird remote work nonsense, please leave me a comment down below. The second financial strategy we are leaving behind in 2024 is not investing because we have debt. I know I'm about to trigger a whole lot of people with this whole video. I know it, and I am ready for it. Because why not start the year with hot takes? Ladies and gentlemen, please invest even if you have debt, especially if you work a 9-to-5 job where you have an employer's match. If you work a 9-to-5 job where you have your employer has a 401k match, try to at least at a minimum put whatever you need to put to get that 401k match, because that's free money you are leaving on the table. And we're not about leaving money on the table over here. We want to keep that money in our pocket to build wealth for us long term. But here is the other rule of thumb when it comes to you investing while you have debt. Look at all of your debt. Please go through each and every single one of your debt, write it down. If you're interested in debt tracker spreadsheet, we are going to link it in the description below, right? However, write down every single debt that you have, and also write down the interest rate on those debt. I'm going to be posting my debt confession video, and you'll be able to see how I am very transparent. Here's the debt that I have. Here's the balance. Here's the interest rate. Writing down the interest rate exactly helps you understand what the interest rate for that particular debt is. For me, any debt that's above a 10% interest, I prioritize when it comes to paying down, right? Right now, I have a lot of credit card debt. If you want to see the damage that I did in 2024 and why I want to leave 2024 behind, watch my debt confession video because you are going to see that, it was a year. It was a year. Good things and bad things. I write down every single debt I have, the interest rate, and anything that's above 10%. I am paying off as quickly as possible. And anything that's below 10%, I invest while I do have the debt, and I pay it as quickly as I can, but I still prioritize my investments. Here's why. The stock market, especially if you are investing money in the stock market or in real estate, what you get back is often more than the interest you would pay on a monthly basis and even on a yearly basis for any debt that's below 10%, right? I want to make something very clear. I am not sitting here encouraging you not to pay down your debt, nor am I sitting here encouraging you to accumulate a lot of debt. All I'm saying is that you don't always have to wait until you've paid off every little debt in order for you to start investing, because trust me, I am the story of somebody who had debt and invested at the same time and came out a lot better for it. I have a lot more assets, and for a lot of investments take a long time to build. And if you are not investing right away, you are losing on the time for your investment to work for you. I started buying real estate in 2017. Now, 2025, I think it's been about 7-8 years. My properties have doubled in value. And they doubled in value because of time. And along the way, I also got tax benefits from them, collected rental income on a monthly basis. So it was paying me money. And a lot of that repayment, especially through appreciation, was time. And now I'm investing in the stock market through my 401k, even though I do have quite a lot of credit card debt and I also have student loans. But that money is paying me dividend because my student loans is significantly less than what I would get in the stock market in terms of interest, right? So don't get me wrong, do pay your debt. But if you can, look for a way to invest as you're paying off that debt. Financial strategy number 3. This is not really a financial strategy, but it's more of a financial mindset that we're leaving behind in 2024. That is the scarcity mindset. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of what's up here in determining how much money you have and how much resources you would open up yourself to. Scarcity mindset keeps us stuck, right? It convinces us that there isn't enough resources to go around for every single one of us. And also, you don't have enough time, you don't have enough money, you don't have enough energy. Maybe I'm just speaking for myself. I don't know if any of you guys can relate. I grew up in a very financially modest family. And because of that, I developed a sense of fear for everything, right? For me, it was literally fear of not having enough time. So I would always be rushing. It would build up anxiety inside of me. I grew up with the fear of not having enough money, or the fear of now, especially with an autoimmune disease, not having enough energy. A scarcity mindset leads to fear-based decision making. So you are not making decisions out of abundance and confidence. You're making decisions out of fear that you will not have enough of something. And that eventually robs you of your joy. So you are moving to life not from a place of joy and abundance, but you're moving through life from a perspective of, right, I'm scared of doing this. So you're making these decisions based on fear, and then they end up biting you in the butt. In 2025, we are going to practice mindfulness, to be conscientious of when the scarcity mindset is creeping up, and we are going to confront it and gently call it out, bring it into a place of abundance. So we are going to focus on what we can do, what we would rather do, versus what we cannot do or what we lack. And I think something else that you can practice here with mindfulness is gratitude. Right? So instead of thinking about, man, I have $80,000 in student loan debt, or I have $170,000, which is what I have, watch the video, right? I can sit on the floor and start crying, or I can practice gratitude and focus on the things that I do have. Yes, I have a lot of debt, but I also have a great career. I have great financial assets in terms of my real estate. I have a real estate stock portfolio that I can leverage, right? So I'm going to focus on the things that I have versus the things that I lack. The second thing you need to do in 2025 is to reframe the narrative. Instead of thinking in terms of, I will never have enough, think in terms of, how do I make it happen? How can I create more opportunities so that I have enough? So reframe how things are coming in your mind. So starts with mindfulness. Be conscientious of when the scarcity mindset is creeping up. Confront it gently, and then reframe the narrative. You can do it, right? How do I make it happen? And then the third thing you need to do is take action. Fear thrives in inaction. When you are proactive, you begin to rob the scarcity mindset of its power over you. So take action. In 2025, you will be seeing me take action. Join me on the journey. Join our financial community, and let's do it together. We have the link down below for the financial handbook community. This is a community of like-minded women who are all going through the struggle with you, and they're also growing alongside you. We're all women with 9-to-5 jobs who are building side businesses for the sake of having financial freedom. Do not do it alone, but by all means, take action. And it doesn't have to be something big. It can be something small, right? Maybe you start a savings challenge. Maybe you start a no-buys challenge, right? Or maybe you just read or watch more videos on financial independence. Whatever you do, take action and begin to reframe your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Fourth, and probably most important strategy we are leaving behind in 2025. Another one. Don't come for me, internet. We are not going to be quitting our full-time jobs. I will create another video where I talk about my personal journey of how I went from being somebody who never thought I would work a 9-to-5 job to somebody who today advocates for women having a strong 9-to-5 job that you would leverage for long-term success. Right now, I'm in the process of writing and soon to launch a book called Don't Quit Leverage. It's one of 3 books that I'm writing for my financial literacy business. For years, we've been conditioned to believe that a full-time job is restrictive, especially if you read Rich Dad Poor Dad. You know that we've created a culture in society that looks down on having a 9-to-5 job. Sometimes I feel like we're stuck between 2 types of people. Both of them are 2 different extremes. You have the people on this side who are like, the only way to succeed in life is by having a 9 to 5 job. You go there, you work in that factory for 100 years. You're a good boy and girl. The universe will take care of you. And then on the other side here, you have the rich dad, poor dad, finance bros who are like, yeah, a 9 to 5 job is a scam. You should never work a 9 to 5 job. Just go start your business and everything will be good to go. I am not speaking to neither of these people. I am speaking to women who understand that in life, to build a strong foundation, you do need a series of different streams of income coming to you. One 9 to 5 job in and of itself is not enough to guarantee you financial security, but at the same time, a 9 to 5 job leveraged can take you really far on your financial independence journey. Don't get me wrong, I am well aware that because of the new fast-paced nature of the workplace, right, workplaces can be very toxic, right? The demand on us is really high. The expectation to overproduce are really high, and that creates toxicity in the workplace. However, what I am hoping to do on this channel, and especially in our group, is that we will support one another to thrive in these very stressful, crazy environments, because we have a purpose and a vision that is so much bigger than just going to work and collecting a paycheck, right? We are seeing our paycheck, literally our full-time job is our first investor. So we are thinking of our paycheck as the capital we need to build our dreams. I mean, I know firsthand from experience that your W-2 9 to 5 job makes you more attractive if you wanted to get a loan to build your real estate business, right? If you had an actual business and you wanted to get a business loan, it also makes you more attractive, because you have some income coming in and you don't necessarily need to rely on the income for your business in order for you to grow. And on top of that, when you have a full-time job and you're building your side business, it allows your side business to thrive, because every penny you're making off of that business is not going into you actually feeding your family, paying for your bills, and enjoying your life. So your full-time job is paying for your everyday living expenses, and any extra money you get from your business goes back into investing into the business. So that is why when you have a 9 to 5 job, you can really thrive. And there are also other perks and benefits that comes from the 9 to 5 job that we can't take for granted, right? All of the benefits that come with it, depending on which 9 to 5 job you have, right? I'm lucky enough to work for a corporation that gives me a company car that pays for everything in that company car, gas. Everything that I need for the car is taken care of. I also have really great bonuses. I have great healthcare benefits, not just the insurance, but everything else that goes with it, right? So I can get like a few sessions with the therapist for free. I just get so many benefits. And ladies, this is what I want to take you to. I want to take you to a place where you begin to look for those jobs that gives you all of these different benefits, so that it's not just your paycheck that's a benefit, it's all these other things that come with it. Before we move on to the bonus strategy we're leaving behind in 2024, I want to say something that's really important when it comes to 9 to 5 jobs. I know that there will be people in my DM saying things like, no, it's better to have a business, blah, 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 blah. There are some people who, yes, it may be better for them to not have a 9 to 5 and to go directly into a business. When I'm not talking about the outliers, right? People who either come from money or who for some reason just have a very strong business acumen, right? That they can quickly, start making money off of a business just like that. Most of us do not have the patience to go through the time period it takes to build an actual business successfully. In order to have a thriving and successful business, it takes anywhere from 2 to 5 years. And depending on your situation, you're looking at 2 to 5 years of grinding and effort with zero to very little money coming back to you. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody has the patience, the vision, the fortitude to do it without their morale or going into deep and serious financial trouble. So most of us, during that period that you're building and you don't make any money, we need to have real money that's coming in. And that's what the stability of a 9-to-5 job gives you. It gives you the ability to test out different strategies, to try out and figure out what works for you in terms of a business, and then to see that business grow to the point that it can at least stand on its own 2 feet. Then you move into it on a full-time basis. Okay? So don't be coming at me. I am not against building a business. I'm just for doing it smart. Now, let's talk about the bonus tip of the day when it comes to financial strategies we are leaving behind in 2024. Y'all will come at me for this one. I know you will. Passive income. I'm going to speak loudly so that our brothers and sisters in the back can hear. There is no such thing as passive income. You guys, there's no such thing as passive income. You are speaking to somebody who for almost a decade was looking for some magic formula to get passive income. Passive income is birthed through pain and tears or through a whole lot of money invested for you or by you. Older people who have been investing for 20, 25 years have passive income because they worked for 20 to 25 years, put money in the stock market that grew little by little by little by little, and now they can have passive income. Rich people have passive income because they either have trust funds, meaning old money that's been growing steadily, or they themselves put a lot of money that's growing for them. If you make $50,000 a year and you put about $500 in your 401k every month, you're not having passive income anytime soon. But if you make $50,000 a month and you're putting in $10,000 into the stock market every month, you're probably going to have passive income sooner than the person who's been putting $500 every month. Passive income requires a lot of capital. Capital is both time invested in terms of physical energy, or it's money invested into something to birth that passive income. Those of us who do want the money, who do want the cash, who do want the moolah, will have to put a lot of work to get that cash and that money. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Drop the mic. Boom. I hope I didn't trigger you guys so much today. Thank you for joining me for another video. I look forward to us having a great 2025. If you love this type of content, please subscribe, because 2025 is the year where I'm exposing everything in terms of knowledge, education of how I was able to build a multi-million-dollar real estate portfolio. I've also collected a lot of debt that I'm now paying off. I'm going to be sharing my strategy on how I'm going to get rid of $60,000 in credit card debt in less than 2 years. And I will also be sharing with you guys the journey of how I'm growing my career, I'm growing my business. So thank you guys. I really do appreciate you for joining me. I do have quite a few videos coming up, and I will see you in the next one.